Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to take a couple of seconds and thank the channel members. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. And thank you if you've come in to watch my knife and my EDC content. I appreciate the time. I hope you find it entertaining, informative, educational. If you like the content and you're so inclined, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. It does really help the channel. So today, this is kind of a unique show and tell, more than a review, I guess you'd say. This is a knife I actually won in a giveaway, and it is a prototype of an OG knife that I used to own that I gave away in a giveaway, the Kizer October. The Kizer October is a dock design. I think mine was in, I don't remember what the blade steel was. I know it was that bacon micarta from Kizer, but this is an upgraded prototype that they released, I think when they were looking at their different titanium options, because y'all have seen the titanium October. This particular October, it's the dock design of course, but it has this orange peel finish on it and this blue titanium hardware with this G10 red pivot collar. It's a frame lock and the blade steel's S35VN. So the first thing I thought was that's really unique, and then I looked at it closer and the scales are contoured. This has always been a knife that I loved the design for. It's one, a dock design, if I'm not mistaken, was it the Sheepsfoot for Kizer? Don't remember, but it's a good collaboration. And the October to me was kind of a more usable knife because it split the difference between the OG regular size Sheepsfoot and the Mini Sheepsfoot. So if we're just looking at sizes on this knife, that's the Cold Steel 4 Max, and this is the VV Baby Banter. So it's much smaller than the 4 Max, and a good bit larger than the Baby Banter. I'm guessing it's going to come in around the size of the Bug Out. A little bit shorter than the Bug Out, but right in there in the same size, right? You do have that sharpening choil / finger choil that works very well. Again, the blade is S35VN. You do have the Kizer branding. You've got Dock and October on the spine there, and then you can barely see here you've got Prototype. And it's just an interesting specimen, right? For me to review it or give my thoughts on it, I can give my thoughts on the October as a whole, and I would only assume on the titanium October that's available that has the checkered pattern. It's a great knife. I've always loved the design. If you look in my playlist or my video library, I've got a Kizer October review on the one that I bought before I gave it away at Friday Night Flicks. But a very slicey, tall, flat ground blade. That not only works very well on paper, it's a great cardboard cutter too. It's a thick blade and overall stock. But cuts very well. So I've always been a huge fan in the design. So this knife, being kind of a unicorn, I think when I won it, it might be a one of one because they were looking at several different options when they were upgrading the October, and this might have come out. I never saw it, but it's just a fantastic little EDC knife. The clip works very well. It's a titanium clip, goes in and out of pocket well. This is a little aggressive. I haven't noticed it being much of a problem going in and out of pocket. You don't really feel it, but I can feel it on my hand, not as a hot spot, just aware that it's there, right? Because those are pretty sharp angles cut into that titanium lock bar. But again, no harm, no foul there. I like to see that reversed, but I'm not a knife designer. I don't know what the advantages or disadvantages are. It does have a steel lock bar insert, and again, titanium hardware. Let's make sure this is titanium hardware. Yeah, it's titanium hardware. I think it's just the blade that was pulling through on the pivot there. But yeah, so it's a unique piece. I'm not a huge fan of the red, but it's not, you know, when it's unique, right? It reminds me kind of a Captain America theme. I don't know why. That's my childhood brain, maybe, my lizard brain. The jimping on this blade is great. The blade is, to me, a work of art because it's so ergonomical. And I will link Kizer Octobers somewhere in the description because there are several variations available. If you like the look, you like the style, you like the size, when we get some measurements of this knife, if it's something that would suit you, know that they are available, just not this particular one. So let's get a couple, since we have successfully looked at it next to the bug out. Look at it next to our Sharpie. Bigger than Sharpie. Now, the trickiest part of reviews for me is reading the tape measure. So this is going to come in right under 7 1/4 inches. So right about 7 1/8. And the blade is going to come in at 3 inches, with our handle coming in at 4 1/8. The grip to that front choil is going to be right under 4 3/4. And if you like the front grip, you're at 4 inches. So this from here to here is 4 inches. If you want more room, you've surely got it. So I think with me having a medium to large size hand, I've got a lot of places, a lot of room I can float on this handle. And again, the detent's great. It's great for the reverse flick. Great for the traditional flipper tab, which is the low profile. Really sharp 3 jimps there, which I like. I like having those jimps. And again, the jimps on the spine are very acute. So let's look at the blade thickness, because it does have a pretty decent sized blade, which I like. It does come down, as you guys saw, to a thin so 0.1400. And about 0.0200 at the top of that bevel. So it comes down, it's about, maybe not a full flat, but more than 3/4 flat, right? So it does get very, very sharp. I love the look of the knife. The ergos of the knife have always been good. I lived with the Kizer October, my original October, for about 2.5 years. Always loved that knife. I didn't give it away at a Friday Night Flicks. That was a miscommunication. I gave it away to my buddy Dark Gravity, who has it now. And Shane reviewed that one. It had a liner lock, and he was getting the lock to fail, but after a while, it quit failing after spine whacking. One of the reasons I don't spine whack stuff, but as you guys know, I do spine whack stuff. But this is the Kizer October. This is a prototype, just kind of a show it to you guys because I thought it was super cool, with the orange peel, with the unique pivot collar, with the contoured handles. Neat knife. You know, it's kind of a collection keeper. I will put some links in to some different Octobers that I can find. But guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching the content. I appreciate you hearing me pontificate about knives. because it's such a subjective thing. We all like different knives. One thing that I've learned to do is to keep an open mind, because my likes and dislikes have been all over the board, and I've bought knives and fallen in love with knives that I used to not even have on my radar and found offensive in some cases. But anyway, that's just a little do with it what you will. But guys, what I would like you to do is please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace and be up.